Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive. Today we're going to be taking a closer look at NVIDIA. That company, NVDA on the stock market, makes those crazy powerful GPUs. But is it really all it's cracked up to be? We're going to find out, figure out if it's the right stock for those of you looking for high growth A&D high profits. We're basing this deep dive on two articles from Insider Monkey, both from October 16th, 2024, so pretty up-to-date stuff.
Okay, so right off the bat, NVIDIA's growth over the past 5 years, it's impressive to say the least. We're talking a net income jump of over 80% and revenue up by a healthy 57%. That's almost unheard of in this day and age.
What's really got my attention is their data center segment. It's like their golden goose right now, makes up a huge chunk of their revenue. Like, are you ready for this? 87%.
87%. Whoa, hold on. So it's not just about gamers buying up all their graphics cards anymore?
Nope, not even close. This is about the massive growth of AI, big data, cloud computing, you name it. All of that needs serious processing power, and that's where NVIDIA's Hopper GPUs come into play. These chips are the backbone of data centers and AI applications these days.
Okay, yeah, I'm starting to see the bigger picture here, but how is this data center boom actually translating into dollars for NVIDIA?
Well, their latest quarterly report, it tells the story pretty clearly. Get this, data center revenue, just that segment alone, up 154% year over year.
Seriously.
Yeah, and get this, it hit a record $26.3 billion.
That's insane. And I've been hearing a lot of buzz about their new Blackwell platform, something about these new GPUs being way more energy efficient. That's got to be a big deal for data centers, right? Those things gobble up power like crazy. Oh, absolutely. You hit the nail on the head there. Data centers use a ton of energy, so anything that makes them more efficient is a game changer. Not just for the environment, which is huge, of course, but also for a company's bottom line. Less power means lower costs, right? And here's the kicker. NVIDIA originally planned to start production of these Blackwell GPUs in Q4, but according to their October investor presentation,
Yeah.
they're already in full production.
Wow, ahead of schedule. So does that mean we could see those sweet revenue streams even earlier than expected?
It's definitely possible, and I'm sure investors are watching this very closely. But it's not just about speed, right? This energy efficiency that Blackwell brings to the table, it has the potential to completely change the data center industry, make it more sustainable for the long haul.
Yeah, that's a really good point. So we've talked a lot about data centers, but what about their bread and butter, the gaming segment? Still going strong.
Oh, for sure. Even with data centers stealing the show, their gaming segment saw a very respectable 16% bump in revenue year over year. We're talking $2.9 billion,
Right.
which isn't anything to sneeze at.
Right, definitely not. So let's recap for a second. Record-breaking data center revenue, gaming still going strong, and this super exciting new Blackwell platform on the horizon. I mean, no wonder analysts are calling NVIDIA a high-growth, profitable stock, especially with the net income surge of 168%. But what's the vibe from actual investors? Are they buying what the analysts are selling?
So there's this hedge fund, Bilteva Fund, and they're convinced that NVIDIA is a major player in the whole AI revolution.
Makes sense. We've seen how crucial AI is to their whole business model. But why are Viltava funds so high on NVIDIA specifically?
Well, they're pointing to the huge investments being made by those big tech giants.
Yeah.
Meta, Alphabet, Amazon, Microsoft, the whole gang's here. They're all pouring billions into developing their own AI capabilities.
And guess who they all need to power those AI initiatives?
NVIDIA, they're supplying the goods, the brains behind the operation.
It's like they're holding all the cards in this AI poker game, huh?
Exactly. And Voltava Fund, they're not the only ones who see it that way. Jim Cramer, the Wall Street guy, he's all over NVIDIA too, especially with this Blackwell chip everyone's hyped about.
Okay, yeah. I mean, hedge funds are one thing, but when Jim Cramer starts talking,
Yeah.
people listen, right? He's got that Midas touch, or at least people think he does. So what's his game plan for investors? Buy now, hold on tight, something else.
Cramer's advice: don't even try to time the market with NVIDIA. He says it's practically impossible. He's convinced that if you try to sell high and buy back in low, you'll probably miss out. NVIDIA stock's got a habit of bouncing back super fast.
Sounds like it's not the stock for those day traders out there. More of a buy and forget about it kind of deal.
Yeah, that seems to be the general consensus. Actually, TD Cowen analyst Joshua Buchalter just slapped a buy rating on NVDA with a $165 price target.
Whoa, that's a pretty bold prediction. What's he basing that on?
He's expecting a huge surge in sales for NVIDIA's Hopper architecture. Thinks it'll lead to more sustainable growth for them. And who knows, maybe even juicier profit margins down the line.
So if you got hedge funds, market gurus, analysts, all singing NVIDIA's praises, What's the overall feeling in the market right now? Everyone feeling optimistic?
From what I'm seeing, yeah, things are looking pretty rosy, especially after those recent rate cuts from the Federal Reserve.
Right, of course. More cash floating around out there means more of it's going to end up in companies like NVIDIA.
You got it. But hey, it wouldn't be the stock market without some dissenting opinions, right? You've got some analysts saying small cap stocks are the real hidden gems. And then you've got others, like Malcolm Etheridge. He's a managing partner at Capital Area Planning Group. And he's betting big on those mega cap stocks like NVIDIA. He's convinced they'll keep driving the market, especially with how much potential there is in AI.
So it's a classic battle of the titans versus the underdogs, the big players versus the hidden gems. Makes you wonder who's going to come out on top.
That's the market for you. Always changing, always something to keep you on your toes. But when it comes to NVIDIA, one thing's for sure. They've got a prime spot in the AI world right now. They're the ones supplying those essential GPUs, and that gives them a serious edge.
It's like they're selling shovels during a gold rush.
Nailed it. And the best part, they're not just sitting back and watching the money roll in. They're constantly innovating, making their products better, more efficient, like with this whole Blackwell platform thing. They're thinking ahead, trying to anticipate what the industry's going to need even before it needs it.
It's like they're not just keeping pace with the AI revolution, they're the ones steering the ship.
That's a really good way to put it.
So for someone who's thinking, hey, maybe I should invest in NVIDIA, it seems like they've got it all. Impressive growth, they're right in the middle of this AI gold rush, and they keep coming up with new stuff. What's the catch? There's got to be one, right?
Right. Well, yeah, like with anything in the stock market, there's always some risk involved. The tech world can change like that snaps fingers, and you never know when a new competitor might pop up or some crazy challenge comes out of nowhere.
True. And, I mean, NVIDIA might be the top dog now, but that doesn't mean they'll stay there forever. Yeah.
You got it. Nothing's guaranteed. But here's the thing. NVIDIA, they seem to get that. You know what I mean? They're not just sitting back and counting their money. They're putting a ton of resources into research and development, coming up with new stuff all the time, like this Blackwell platform. Their focus on energy efficiency. It shows they're serious about staying ahead of the game.
So it's not just about what they're doing right now, it's about where they're going, their long-term vision. And I bet that's got to be reassuring for investors who are in it for the long haul.
Absolutely. And, you know, we haven't even talked about the bigger picture here. The AI revolution, this isn't just some fad that's going to fade away. This technology, it's going to be everywhere, in every part of our lives, healthcare, transportation, finance, you name it.
It's kind of like the internet back in the day, right?
Yeah.
We knew it was going to be big, but we had no idea, hey, W big.
Exactly. And that's what makes NVIDIA so interesting. They're not just riding the wave. They're the ones shaping the wave, pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
It's kind of mind-blowing when you really think about it.
It really is. And for anyone who's into tech or investing or, heck, just wants to know what's going to shape the future, NVIDIA's a company worth watching.
Couldn't agree more. Well, I got to say, this deep dive into NVIDIA has been fascinating, learned a ton. We talked about their crazy financial success, how they're dominating the data center world, the potential of this Blackwell platform, and of course, their role in the whole AI revolution.
And I think the biggest takeaway here is that NVIDIA's success, it's not just about making money. It's about their ability to innovate, to adapt, to see where things are going and get there first.